So here we are, back at the shelves. A few bits and pieces to do. Bolt in there. Bolt those up, easy peasy. Then we'll be able to move into there. What I've decided to do, if you remember, see, this is springy, but this can be fixed because we're going to do the middles. We're going to come from there and come up, make the middles. And we're going to make a mix of sand, cement, maybe a bit of concrete in it, just to fill that gap. Yeah, so let's crack on with that then. This is that corner plastic I was telling you about. It's already folded over into a corner. It's full going around the edge of stuff, you know, but it's already in a corner. Look, folded in two. It's great for this sort of stuff. Once we've put the weight of the mix on here, and that's holding it down, all we have to do is hold the edge of the plastic up, and what we'll do is we'll cut the plastic. So once we've put our cement on here, this will hold it. That will just hold it down. That will stop it falling through the gap, because there won't be anything forcing it through the gap. So that'll fill that edge up, no problem. And it'll be a pretty dry mix. There won't be any pressure. It's not as if it's high and pushing underneath, so it's only a thin layer. So we'll put a thin layer on here. This will hold it. The concrete will go hard, and then we'll come with a standing knife. We'll cut this off, and then we'll carry on then. So we're only going to bring it to the top of here, aren't we? Just to hold, and then we'll put the wood on top. Yeah, yeah, we could get another tin of expanding foam, but again, at £6. Well, I've already got a half open tin of some concrete that I'm not going to use much with, and I've got a bag of sand, so there's no point, is there? Let's use the other half of the cement. Let's make a mix, and remember, we're only coming to the top of here, to the top of there. Then we'll put the wood on top, and that'll settle then, and it won't ooze out underneath because the plastic's going to be holding it. It's quite difficult measuring, you know what I mean? How much do you make? Too much, too little? Well, the thing is, if you remember, there's still a step at the back of these shelves, isn't there? So we can always put some in there, can't we? And that'll fill that in. And actually, the back of the other one will do so. I'll be generous with the mix so that we're slightly over here, and anything over we can just put in there, can't we, under the shelf on the floor. So you know that bag of cement we had, it's been here a very long time. Well, it's been here since we did the last cement job, and when was that? And it was sort of virtually going off. I know it goes out of date, but for this sort of job, being out of date isn't a problem. It was a lot of lumps in it, so we had to smash up the lumps as we went along. But add the water, mix it in, it soon goes in. If you want to do a proper job, obviously you've got to get your cement in date, haven't you? And use the proper cement. But for this sort of work, tutting about at home, making little walls, making little shelves, it's not worth wasting it. So that's got to be months old, that bag of cement. I don't remember last time we used any. What job did we do last that we used sand and cement? But anyway, so we've got half a bag left. That was probably half to a quarter. There was way too much cement in it, but it don't matter. Just throw it in. The mix doesn't matter, because it will, as we've proved along the wall, it's not the best of quality of stuff, but it does go hard. It doesn't stay soft, you know what I mean? If you use bad cement and make a poor mix, it don't matter, because it still will eventually. It's very odd stuff, cement. Add it with water, put it in a mix, and it does go hard of a fashion. All right, you wouldn't want to build a building, but like I say, for garden work and whatever, and little jobs in the shed, putting a little brick wall inside a shed to hold a surface up or something, perfectly adequate, perfectly adequate. So let's now put that in there. I took a bit of a gamble. I didn't put any mix in it. I only put sand and cement. I had a bag of sand and a bit of cement. And as it happens, it seems to have fitted perfect. For a change. We got to rub it around and play with it a bit and see what the plastic's doing. See, the plastic is holding that. The weight of because it's such a big lip, the weight of this is holding it. Plus this is folded over. And that'll be fine. That'll be just fine under there now, because it's behind and back. And then, obviously, that'll go hard. And all we'll do is we'll trim off the plastic then and come up to it. We might actually put the shelf in now. Yeah, so we're going to put the shelf in on top now. See where it settles. That's going to turn out just right. Yeah, it's going to turn out just right. So let's put that there now then. Yeah. Ooze in the corners a bit, and we'll put the other one in. I think we'll get away with just folding this back, you know. Yeah, let's see, let's try that. That nearly didn't work. As I pulled this plank away and took the support off there, this all slumped down, but I've put a piece of wood there now and put this there, so that should stop that from falling down there. And because there's nothing sticky plastic, this should break out pretty easily when we want it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just tack that backwards like that, and I'm going to put the other shelf on top of it and see if it'll stay there. I think it will. Let's try it. So I'm just going to leave that alone now. Let that settle there. Let it go hard. So let's put these shelves in here. And then we'll just leave it alone for a day or two, let it find its own way. And then that should be okay then. And then we'll, yeah, if we need to come forwards or backwards, we can do. Nudge, play with it. So we'll just leave that there now. And we should be able to break those out when we're done, because they're not actually stuck to anything. They're just supporting that bit of plastic that's there. See how this plastic has stopped it from oozing out? And that is going to become really solid now once that settles. Yeah, oh, I'm quite pleased with that now. Except don't mess with it. Leave it alone and don't mess with it. And if you're not really happy with the surface, we have got a board. We could surface it if we wanted to, but I don't think so. I'm going to leave that little job alone for now. Let the concrete, sand and cement get ready to go off. These are ready to go in place. They'll just slide in. That's the only one we have to cut to size. And then we're ready to continue. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, I was going to put the bolts in, but I'm going to leave it. Let that go off first. It's a good watery mix that's in there now. Now that tried to move, it sort of scared me off. Let that all settle now in there for a day or two, and then we'll come back to it. Yeah. So this is how the shelves were always meant to be. Just one deep and a double in the back. If we've got two of them, then the double one goes behind them. So we might come to that yet again. We'll see. This lot's gone to the back, hasn't it? We've still got plenty capacity now. Those new shelves will come online. We'll have plenty of capacity now to move stuff about and index it all. So I am hopeful, because that's pretty much emptied that, hasn't it? We've got these little ones left now, which we can turn into a drawer. We've got enough to wipe out a drawer there and turn that into a drawer, can't we? Use that, dedicate one of these, just, you know, them pull in and out ones. So we've got enough of these now to do a full drawer of pull in and out ones. So, it's coming nicely. I can see the light now. And, can you see, look, we've used 3 planks to make that step on the back. So we've gained ourselves 3 planks as well to make more shelves if we need it. Because these were the original, these are scaffolding boards. This is what came off this originally. Some nice thick shelves there, isn't there? 3 of them. Lovely. We are getting there. I can see the light now. What's the word? Not that I'm never not enthused, but I'm sort of re-enthused now. You know, when you can see what you're doing a job, and you can see your way, can't you? Sometimes you can get all nutted and bolted out, I always say. You can have enough of it, can't you? But it's coming on lovely. It's coming on lovely. We've been so lucky just to be able to squeeze these planks out. Because of course we put the planks in probably on the end. Then we pull that shelving unit in, so we're just managing to squeeze the planks out. 3 lovely planks coming out of this now though. Ooh, we've been so lucky to manage to clear those planks away from there and gain 3 planks. So what are we going to put here? How are we going to, again, big shelves. They're such a nuisance, deep shelves, aren't they? But they do hold an awful lot, don't they? So what are we going to put on here that don't get lost, that doesn't go on this shelf and never to be seen again? That's the problem. But anyway, at least we can put some of the stuff that's over there in pots on here off the floor. Then we're making progress. We're making progress. So we know that's full. That's full. This is full. And we know all of these are full of the same system. And we've got plenty of green ones ready now, aren't we? So we're able now to move into one of these. But where do we move this so that we can bring the green ones in? I'm not really a nail person, am I? I'm not a real big fan of nails and stuff. I don't really use them. So, what we're going to do with them so that we're able to make another drawer, because I do like this. I do like this system, you know. I do like this. It comes in very handy. Because all the ones we've got left, if you remember, everything that's gone out of here has been one item in one jar. But we're on mixed jars now, look. And you look at these ones, there's quite a few of them. Got mixed items in them. And they're going to see, it's even got 3 items in it. So, got to proceed carefully. Got to move carefully, think about everything we do, think about the consequences of everything we do, and then hopefully we won't end up deciding to do something and then going, no, that's not going to work, we'll do that again. We don't want to create work for ourselves, do we? And at the same time, we want to make it simple. We don't want to bury the stuff and lose the stuff, do we? No. Anyway, it's a cup of tea and think time, I think.